And I'm so not homophobic that I could really do this, because this ain't about what no grown people do in their bedroom. This is about the effect that indoctrinating society is going to have on the children, okay? Like the
what it do? See me with the crew, I gotta get some food. I see you looking like you do. Had to make a move. Feel like I gotta move.
If this content is entertaining or informative and helped you in any way, or if you have a video topic request about absolutely anything, send a donation to the Cash App or follow me on social media. Peace. Hey, Snake Almighty, do me a favor. Before you watch the rest of this video, go ahead, hit that bell, man. Subscribe, man. Subscribe. Hey, check it. If you a sensitive ass little bitch who doesn't like to take heed to intellectual talk, get your stupid ass away from this video right now. Because I'm about to say some of the realest shit that ever been said on the internet and about this topic in particular, all right? So I'm going to give y'all bitch ass niggas who's sensitive and non-intellectual and don't care about our kids 5 seconds before I get to this real shit. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now listen. Most people, especially parents, are faking their support of the LGBTQ plus community. Faking it, lying. Why? To avoid problems. Because you don't want to be that woman or that guy who may be sued or may go viral because some sensitive ass gay person want to feel like they're being attacked and victimized because of their sexuality. All right? Let's be real, okay? Almost all men do not support this movement. Almost all men. Almost all straight men do not support this movement, okay? Okay? And it's not because they're gay. It's simply because we don't give a fuck. We don't care, okay? Real men, real straight men, we don't care enough about what a man is doing that likes to sleep with another man, or what a woman is doing that likes to sleep with other women. We don't really care. We don't really care to even do anything harmful to these people. We don't care. Me personally, I'm on the side of science. I'm on the side of creation. However, I have no problem with any human being that wants to sleep with the same gender that they were born with. I really don't care. But what I do want to acknowledge, though, or rather what I do want gay people to acknowledge, is that it goes against nature. Just admit that it goes against nature. Okay? That's it. Just admit that it goes against nature. Another thing, to the straight men who support the LGBTQ coalition, gang set, because really they gang banging now. And they trying to bully people to accept their frame of mind and accept it like it's normal, when it's not. It's becoming normal. But I feel like before it could fully be accepted as normal, a lot of things need to happen. But going to half of the men who do support this movement, only because you have a woman who supports this movement. Now, my biggest problem is women when it comes to this situation, because I'm going to go into it in detail with my brother. But I know for sure 50 to 70% of gay people have been molested / sexually abused as children. Somehow, some way, got exposed to human sexuality in a perverted way before their minds and their spirits were able to know what's going on, okay? I feel like There should never be any type of violence or any type of raw, disrespectful, discriminatory actions being done towards homosexual people. Because the majority of them are victims. Victim of the biggest unconvicted crime in human history, especially in America. And that's pedophilia, okay? Sexual abuse of children. Why? Because the people who have the most power in the world are pedophiles. Period. Kids are learning the history of the gays in school. For what? For what? If you ask me, all type of sexual education should be done inside the home by the parents. You see, that's the problem with a lot of you parents, man. That's the problem. You prefer the school and the TV and the internet to be your kids' #1 teachers. That's the problem. Because you're sheep. You don't have your own independent thoughts, okay? Okay? I'm going to really start riding on these niggas, man. I'm going to be honest. And I'm so not homophobic that I could really do this, because this ain't about what no grown people do in their bedroom. This is about the effect that indoctrinating society is going to have on the children, okay? Me and my brother going to do a real extensive video on how overall the trans community, especially the trans women who are men who decided that they are women now, even though you can't, because the creator already determined what you are. You was born with what you are. But some of these people, I'm going to say most of them, you cannot trust. Want to know why? Because there's a 70-80% chance that this trans woman was molested as a child. And there's multiple cases of trans people getting around children, touching kids, raping kids, okay? We got trans women going to woman jail, still having their dicks attached to their bodies. What they doing? They going to women's jail and they raping women. Oh, I thought you identified as a woman. Or I thought you was gay first. Now you raping women? It's a lot going on, man. And you parents, you need to get this shit together, and you need to stop the bullshit, okay? You need to stop caring about what people feel, man. Because at the end of the day, society is pushing to where basically a brand new kind of human being is supposed to be just around our kids all the time without having the proper mental evaluations, without having the proper background checks. Because, for instance, we got drag queens who are sexual offenders being allowed to dress up as women and go to libraries and read to our children, okay? You got trans women on live with kids talking about they love the kids, and then they playing their own music, and they music lyrics are piss on the floor, pull your pants down like a hoe. Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. And none of this is me just speculating. All of this is shit that I've seen parts of on the internet. But okay, we getting into it extensively. All right? My opinions on the LGBTQ community, a lot of this stuff is going to be coming out this month, because I believe this month is Pride Month, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff need to come out, man. What two grown people do in the bed, if you a man, you want to have sex with another man, by all means, have sex with 1,000 men if that's what you want to do. Have sex with one and get married to one if that's what you want to do. Same applies if you're a woman. But if you ain't got nothing to say about what the government is obviously doing to our children or trying to do to our children, and make it easier for our children to be predatorized, if that's a word, you're a bad person and you may be a pedophile yourself. Period, man. Period. The trans community, the LGBTQ community, they have to acknowledge these pedophiles. They got to separate themselves from pedophilia. Call all these people out. Put all these people away before they want any parents to accept anything that they trying to do. And we ain't never gonna accept no trans people sharing the same bathroom as people who was born with a gender that they trying to say they have. And my personal opinion, women should be offended that men are gonna be grown, that men are born with balls, and then they got the audacity to claim to be women, even though they had no type of struggle that the woman has, especially black women. No man turning into a woman is ever gonna understand the struggle of a black woman. What comes with getting pregnant by a black man carrying a black child, having a period every month for 40 years. The reason why they not offended is because deep down they like to see men in feminine roles, okay? It makes them feel better about themselves because they know that when masculine men are around, they have to be feminine. And this is also something that women are not talking about. Because if you ask anybody who gives birth to either a boy or a girl, their first option, what they would rather see is not their child becoming homosexual. That's not what they want. They say if it happens, I accept that. And cool. If it happens, you accept that. That's the same thing with me. It would take some getting used to, some adjusting to. But if one of my sons decided that they was gay, hey, listen, you can't do none of that stuff in my house. You can't bring that around me, but you still my son and I love you. The trans community and the LGBTQ community, they have to acknowledge these pedophiles and get them out of here, man. Acknowledge that this is sexuality, man. That y'all indoctrinating on the kids. But you know what's crazy? There's only gonna be but so many people who acknowledge this fact and acknowledge the correlation between homosexuality and pedophilia, which I personally feel like there's a direct correlation between pedophilia and the high numbers of homosexuality being performed by adults. I feel like there's going to be scientific proof behind that if people will take their surveys and be honest. If people will literally go online and be honest. If you're proud to be gay, be proud to be gay, okay? But go online and admit to the people that you was touched as a child. Maybe some gay people, you were just born and due to chemical balances or imbalances or the fact that you was a boy that was raised around all women or you was a woman that was raised around all men, so it tipped the scales of your energy in that direction. I believe that happens for some, but most people, no. No, you was touched. You was touched. And until the LGBTQ community starts being more honest about pedophilia, I don't want to hear nothing them niggas have to say, period. Period. And I'm saying that knowing that I got 2 gay cousins that I love a lot and I will kill and die for, and I'm still saying all of this. So if this comes out in the future and anybody try to cancel me like I'm a give a fuck, let me tell you something, man. I'm not afraid of the LGBTQ community. Not afraid. I'm fully aware that the one that y'all who got money, y'all putting money behind everything to indoctrinate these people, and half of y'all are real bad, evil people. Some of y'all need to be put to death, period, man. Those of you that like dealings with little kids, you need to be put the whole bottom half of your body in a hole, and the whole top half of your body needs to be put over a bag, and you should be stoned to death for the intentions that you have with our children, man. I'm a father. I want to protect our kids. So until the LGBTQ community can address this situation, I don't give a fuck about any type of acceptance that they trying to have, man. Because at the end of the day, people keep putting their personal feelings in front of these kids and protecting these motherfucking kids. Peace.